Welcome to Level Up Laughs, the show where two people with microphones and questionable opinions talk about everything anime and gaming to bring complete chaos. I'm Kieran.
And I'm Jack. Grab a drink, lower your expectations, and let's get into it. Alright, you and I are polar opposites. This episode, we basically sped ran March to the end of the school year, which
Lots
they're
of
in their
time skips.
second. Yeah, they're in their second year, by the way, or they were. I was wrong. I thought they were in their final year. No, they're in their second year. My bad. And then also we got to see White Day, which I didn't know much about White Day until this episode, and I did research after. So, learned something new.
Oh, really?
But
You didn't know about that?
Well, I've heard of it, but I never really looked into it, never really saw what it was. Now I do.
See. Pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I looked up a little bit of, yeah.
Only we had something like that here.
You think guys are going to get gifts from girls? Or guys going to give gifts to girls? No. No. Come on.
God damn it.
Be realistic, man. Come on. You think you give your girlfriend anything except stress? No. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I'm
she hears
that and
this.
sending that to her. I don't even care. Oh my god.
Hey, what the fuck? What the
So
fuck? What do
funny.
you mean? What the
So
fuck?
funny.
What the fuck? What the heck, man? What the hecky?
Holy.
Anyways, moving
yes.
on. Fuck you. Polar opposites. We start this episode. Oh god, but we start this episode with Yamada telling the class, basically his friends, that him and Nishi are together. And yeah, finally, you're right. It's been like last season that they've been teasing this. But they are finally together. We see everyone's reaction to this. The girls is super excited. They are interrogating him essentially for all the details. And we also get to see Tani and Tyra's first reactions to it. They're both very reserved because it's them.
Yep.
And then we get a little bit of back and forth between the girls and Tyra. He's like, "Why are you so excited about this?" They explain it. We get some little funny scenes with the girls like lining up and giving reasons why it is. And then we jump to the next scene of Tyra, Yamada, and Tani going down the stairs. And Tyra takes this opportunity of it being just them to congratulate Yamada about them being together. Which is, he's surprised that he's okay with it. He has no, Tyra's surprised that he has no mixed feelings on this. He is just happy for his friend.
Yeah. That is kind of fun.
Yeah. They're kind of depressing at the same time, too.
It is depressing, but it's also like in that moment in the scene of them on the stairs when Yamada just gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
They have a very funny dynamic, very fun, interesting dynamic.
Yeah. And also more about that scene is he congratulates him, and then I think it's Tyra asks to see a picture of Nishi. And then when he sees her, he has a reaction like, "Oh, it's her." And he has this reaction of he gets kind of I guess sad or depressed because he says "Oh, so that's what was going on." Do you remember this?
Yeah. They thought, or he thought that they were talking about him, and he's like, "Oh, right." Is that
I forgot, honestly. I was gonna ask, I don't remember what he's talking about. I couldn't remember for the life of me.
I don't know. He overthinks a lot.
Yeah,
I do
but I
remember
just
there is a scene of him like overthinking of what they were talking about. With like, I think it was.
the cake scene in the at the gas station. Not the gas station, but the 20 like the convenience store.
Maybe?
I don't remember what scene Tyra was referencing.
I don't know.
I I honestly saw that scene twice and I was like, I can't remember what the fuck he's talking about. Like I watched the episode twice. First time didn't remember. Second time still didn't remember.
Oh, you watched these episodes twice too?
I watch all the episodes twice because I, I
Oh yeah.
have I have I have found that I think I just enjoy the episodes more when I'm not trying to take notes on it in the first watch.
Mm,
Because when I take notes, I end up having to like I pause for a couple minutes to like write something down.
that's
But
valid.
and I felt like because I didn't get to really experience the episode because I had to pause for like 3-5 minutes to
Mhm.
write two or three things down, and then I have to restart and have to press play again. So I'm not really I like that's a lot of stop and starting. I lose like the flow of the episode. But watching the first time, I get like the real experience of how the episode is supposed to be experienced. So yeah, I watched it first time and then I watched the second time, and that's when I stop and pause a bunch to take notes. Honestly, you should do it and not in the shower, motherfucker.
But I like watching anime in the shower.
Yeah, but I feel like you miss things if you're watching in the shower.
I think I do. I think I missed something in I Wanna Love You Till Your Dying Day today.
We'll get to that.
Yes.
But yeah, so Tyra, congratulates Yamada, and then we get a scene of a lot of Tyra and Ozma this episode, a lot of just them together, which I hope is them building up to something, which I definitely think it is, considering the end of the episode. We'll get there, but so they're on the train together heading home, and we actually get a very open and kind of vulnerable moment from Tyra, very surprisingly out of nowhere, where he opens up to her about his laugh and how he was ridiculed for it when he was younger from classmates and his sister. And I just want to say, I don't even think his laugh is that bad.
It's
I don't think it's
not.
bad.
It's not.
Like,
I feel bad for for him getting comments on it. It's not that bad.
yeah, it's one thing if it is like, a little weird or creepy. Like, okay, it's a little weird, but at the same time, shouldn't make fun of people for it. Yeah. But it's not even bad. Like, it's not, it wasn't creepy. It wasn't weird. I feel bad for him. It's also fuck that his sister also did it. But
Yeah.
also, I don't know. I don't have siblings, so I don't know if that's like if that's like a standard thing.
I think it just depends on your relationship with the sibling.
That's true. But yeah, so he opens up to her very surprisingly. That I really feel like that came almost out of nowhere, but also I'm happy it is. I guess it's a way to show that they have grown closer and more open with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a really sweet moment. Ozma eventually making him laugh when they get off the train. And yeah, I think it's later in that same scene of them on the train where Ozma makes the comment of that she just wants to be there for Tyra like he was there for her last season with her ex-boyfriends and her old friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, so then I believe next. Oh, then it's when she takes a nap on the train and Tyra has this alone time, we get a very, very deep look into Tyra's mindset. And I gotta say, it might be my favorite scene of the season. I really liked it. That introspection scene where he's just going down a spiral of just like self-doubt and hatred, and just he just keeps going down. I didn't expect that from this anime. This anime that is so happy and almost nothing bad happens. And even when something bad happens, it's not that bad. So to see something that's so introspective and deep was surprising, but I loved they did it.
It was a nice switch up. It was a nice change of pace.
Yeah. I do also think it's because we know at this point, like Tyra, is very hard on himself, really is down on it, doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, doesn't like people. We know that, but to get an in-depth look at like his internal thoughts and his internal like process was very interesting. So yeah, I love that scene. It truthfully is up there for one of my favorite scenes of the season. Then we continue, or not maybe, we start the montage of March. We start with first the third years graduating and finding out that I found out that they're not third years, they're second years. I'm an idiot because I definitely said they were third years on the podcast. Yeah, I don't remember what episode, but I definitely said it. So, apologies if you believed me on that. So we get them talking about moving to the second floor next year, about them having to like the classes being switched up, so they're probably not going to be all with each other next year. We see Tawny trying to help Yamada and I forget her name, the blonde girl. Help them study for the upcoming exams or finals. They then move on to White Day. White Day, and we get the guys giving back gifts to everyone. Like Tawny brought the exact amount of things he needed because he kept track of how many people gave him stuff, which is very Tawny. And then we also see that Tyra did the same thing, but he just brought a fuck ton of stuff because he didn't keep track, and he does like hate on himself during the train ride about that.
Mm-hmm.
We then also get to see everyone's reactions. Not everyone's reaction, but all the couples besides Tyra and Ozma, all the pairs celebrate White Day together. We see that Tyra and Ozma, Tyra and Suzuki together. Tawny, did I say Jesus? I'm getting my names mixed up.
It's okay. Tawny, we watch a lot of anime.
Tawny and Suzuki together, and we see that Tawny gives her a colorful, like kind of white bear that is very Suzuki, and has a bunch of candy inside that Tawny doesn't know what it is. So he also bought extra candy, which he bought, I think it was white chocolate. I think it was. And I had to look this up because they'd mentioned in the episode about like different chocolates and candies meaning different things on White Day. Do you know about that?
Vaguely, actually, this episode is the first time I've heard about it.
Yeah, so apparently when you're given like chocolates and stuff on Valentine's Day, right? And then on White Day you reciprocate. Depending on the type of chocolate slash candy you give, that changes like the response to that. So, like from what I saw, it was like I had it in a second. Let's see, because it was essentially like some candies mean that like you're reciprocating the feelings they showed to you on Valentine's Day. Some of them are just a general like, hey, you mean you're a friend, my friend too, kind of deal. And then others are like, I care about you, but you're not. I don't feel for you that way. And the kind Tawny gave her was that I feel I love you too, which was very sweet.
Yes.
And I think a nice detail.
Another nice detail is they've officially they finally started to use first names like on a regular now.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And like this
because
is like kind of the scene where it's like there's more it's more naturally done.
mm-hmm. They're more familiar with each other.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was nice
Yeah,
as well. I was like, oh,
yeah, that was
no
sweet.
hesitation or anything is not forced. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, it was a very sweet scene. It's cool that we are seeing them progress as a couple, even though we're not seeing a lot of them as a couple. We are seeing that they're progressing. Like they are, the relationship is progressing and evolving. We then go to Yamada and Nishi, who didn't leave school together because they still aren't comfortable walking out together and being seen together.
is that both of them or is that just Nishi?
Well, I think the anime they say they aren't ready, but it is probably just Nishi.
Gotcha.
I mean, okay, I'm pretty sure they just like they say like the anime says, oh, they aren't ready, but I think you and I can agree it's probably Nishi
Yeah.
because Yamada doesn't really care what anyone thinks.
Yamada is living his best life and it's amazing.
Yeah, love it for him. But yeah, so they leave school separate ways. Yamada even takes a different path so that way he doesn't catch up with her. Or like I guess gets catch up with her too fast. They meet up. He gives her stuff. And I don't remember exactly what he says, but he says something along the lines of like he alludes to them being together in a year's time. And Nishi has the reaction of like, I hadn't even thought that far ahead, but
Oh,
let's stay happy for what I don't remember exact words, but she's like, let's stay happy for that long. Like, let's keep this going. Which is a very sweet moment.
I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact words, but that was a very sweet moment. And then we get Tyra and Ozma on the train again. A lot of them on the train together this episode.
Yeah. They ride the train a
I
lot.
think. Well, admittedly, that's how they get to school.
Well, right,
Fair.
but that's like together, I mean a lot.
Well, I mean, it's fair. They go to school at the same time. They leave school at the same time.
Well, right, but as opposed to a month ago, for example, Tawny or not Tawny. Fuck, I'm doing it now. Tyra would purposely take other carts to avoid people.
That's yeah. Well, I think it was I think that was all I think that was all Tyra. Let's be real. I think
That's
that was
fair.
Tyra's doing. I think Ozma would have happily gone with him, but he just purposely went at a different time or different car than her. maybe not specifically her, but like he just went in a different car than her. So they just never passed, like went together. But yeah, now they go a lot, and we are seeing them on the train a lot together. I think there are 3 separate scenes of them on the train together, and it's not even like a short like minute scene. It's a multi-minute scene of them on the train
Mm-hmm.
3 separate times. So it's a lot. But yeah, we see Tyra and Ozma on the train together, and we see that even though Tyra's Valentine's gift from Ozma was just a piece of gum that she just gave him after she offered it to him, like it wasn't even like a here's a Valentine's gift, a piece of gum. It was, hey, do you want gum? Sure. Happy Valentine's Day, gotcha. So, but he still reciprocated. He still got her a ton of candy, like 2 handfuls of candy for her, which she was not expecting at all.
Yeah. Yeah, she
But
assumed it was the leftovers, right?
yeah, but then he specifies like, no, it's because you gave me one for like gave me something for Valentine's Day. And internally he does mention like also it is for being nice to him for so long, for all these years. But he doesn't say that out loud because he thinks that's gonna be weird. But he does say it in his head.
I remember.
Yeah. And then we skip to the end of March, so end of the school year, and we find out that the seating should have been changed around at some point. The teacher just forgot, which all I'm gonna say, I think the teacher did it on purpose. I absolutely think the teacher saw Tanya and Suzuki get together and thought, no, I'm not gonna break that up. Screw it. Their grades are fine. They don't need to. They can stay together. But he can't just not move 2 people, so he has to keep everyone the same.
True.
I'm standing by it. I think teachers do that. Like real life teachers do that. Absolutely. I think they do. Or am I sounding stupid?
No, I've definitely I've seen like TikToks and stuff of teachers being like, "Oh, but I'm gonna put people together." Like, that's definitely a thing.
Like, yeah. But so yeah, he apparently forgot to change seating around. Uh and then we have the people taking pictures. Tani and Susie get their picture taken by Ozma to commemorate their last time sitting next to each other. Probably. Maybe not. We'll see. Honestly, we'll get to it. We'll talk about it at the end. But yeah, we see a lot of pictures taken with the teacher. All the students take pictures together. And then we also get a conversation of Ozma, Suzuki, and the 2 other girls that I can't remember the names of. They're talking about a show that they watch, like a soap opera show they all watch.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah,
2 of them
yeah.
watch. And I first watch through, I didn't catch this. Second watch through, I did. And in the first, so when they're talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they're on the way back in. Ozma mentions like that she has a thing for bad boys, right? And it's a good reminder that up to this point, from what we know, her entire dating experience has been with bad boys.
True. Well, she also said something about liking someone that's headstrong.
Yeah,
I'm just
but that
saying.
was later. That was
Ty
later.
I'm just saying though, Tyra, he might not be the right kind of headstrong, but he's headstrong in some kind of way. A
Not wrong.
negative way.
To himself.
To himself.
But we'll get to that because that leads into what I'm going to talk about then. But yeah, so I didn't catch that the first time, but it does lead into like what happens later. And then we also find out that since it's their last day together, everyone who doesn't have something to do, they're like, hey, we should go do something together, like one last hurrah for class 2-7. And I want to point out that in the anime, it points out that Tyra took off work that day specifically because he figured everyone was going to want to do something.
W
I
Tyra.
I'm just saying that's growth. We both know start of the series, he would have not done that.
True.
Like he would have not just taken off work to hang out with friends. No. He wouldn't have done. I call it growth. It is growth. I'm sticking with it.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And so then we get our third and final train scene with Tyra and Ozma. And there's not much happens on it, if I remember right. I think they just talk a little bit. Do they even talk? I don't think they talk even. Doesn't matter. So then they leave the train station and are about to go separate ways because they live in separate directions after the station. When Ozma pauses and asks if he wants to go get something to eat because she doesn't want to say goodbye yet, and he says yes. No, he says what was it? It was it's like he says like I understand or like it's not weird. He says something like that. Because he sees through it and sees it as he doesn't want to say bye yet. So he says like I understand, and then he goes with her, and then he has to freak out, internal freak out at the restaurant, going like, why did I say that? Why did I say idiot? Then they find a table. Tyra is looking around for any because he realizes that a lot of these people probably went to school with him in the past. So he's freaking out like, oh God, is someone going to recognize me? Oh God. And then once he's what's the right word? Once he's been comforted, I guess, or his worries have been lessened. There's a better word for it. I can't think of it. But once he's okay, Ozma goes to order food, and God, Kieran, that scene's hard to watch because the secondhand embarrassment, brother.
I know. I was thinking of being in that situation. Bro, if I was there, I would be like, we'd have to go somewhere else.
Hey,
I'm
let's go to
not.
God. Oh.
I would not be able to do it.
She's raising her hand, like looking around, and then does she doesn't even say like server, waiter? Like is she calling out for someone as well on top of everything? I think she is. I might be wrong, but she's doing that, and I was just like, oh God, because then they slowly look at the screen on the table, very clearly there, and they're like, oh. Oh, and then they just both start quietly laughing to themselves, like, "Oh God, I can't believe you did that." And they realize, "Oh right, there'd probably be a button to hit to call server over. We wouldn't have to yell for one." Oh God, that scene
so funny.
is hard to get through on the second one too. It's not easier. It ain't any easier on the second watch. But yeah, so they order their food. They have a great time together. They're laughing a bunch. Generally, just having a good time together. And then they go back to the train station, and then they separate. And that's where Ozma starts. That's where the thoughts in Ozma's head start going ticking, and she realizes, wait a minute, do I like him?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this just a friend thing? And to go back to what I talked about, her only dating bad boys, I feel like that was reestablished in this episode to remind us that, hey, she doesn't usually like people like Tyra. She likes people who are bad boys. But Tyra doesn't fit that norm for her. Like, if she does like Tyra, this is a very out of left field thing for her. And I didn't catch that on the first watch that they were hinting at it so early.
I did not catch
That,
that. Yeah.
but yeah, so she even like goes on to compare like, oh, she usually likes bad boys, and there's a bunch of attributes that it lists. And then she's like, but also Tyra's none of that, but he's also so easy to be around. He was there for me. I feel lonely when I'm not around him. I'm happier when I am. She just goes on like he's just so much better when he's around. He's so
Mm-hmm.
much happier, and it's just so sweet, and it's so great that is finally like that it is starting to progress. But I'm just gonna put it out there now. I do think this relationship's gonna be the hardest to get going out of all of them.
Really?
I think Tyra's gonna be his own worst enemy here.
Ooh, I could actually. Not gonna lie.
Because it's either going to go one of two ways or a third way. Either A, he's going to be like, oh, she doesn't like me that way. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit human being. I suck. Why would she love me? And he's just not going to believe that she likes him. Or he thinks that he's going to be of, I don't want to ruin our friendship because he does like hanging out with her. He's not going to want to ruin that, and he's going to get in his own head about it.
God, I can definitely see them freaking not working out because they both are like, I don't want to ruin the friendship.
Or both happen. I could see it be like at first it's just Tyra being like, I don't want to do this. You don't like me. You just think you do. And she has to chip away at that for like 2-3 episodes. And then it's a thing if he doesn't want to fuck this up. He doesn't want to fuck up this friendship he's cultivated with her. Like there's gonna be so many roadblocks that both of them have to work through. This yeah, these two getting together is going to be the hardest thing to happen. Way harder than the other two. Because let's be honest, the Tani Suzuki thing that happened very easily.
That happened in the first episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, but there was no we haven't seen any real bumps happen. Like they
True.
haven't had any real problems besides like the culture festival thing that there was like a kind of one there, but there wasn't a lot that has gone wrong with them. Yamada and Nishi, the main problem was just them confessing to each other, but they got there. But I think the Tyra and Ozma thing, it's going to be so much of just self-doubt from Tyra. And Ozma's going to second guess herself a lot because she's not going to want to lose this connection she has with Tyra because he's been so good for her as a friend.
I could see it.
Yeah. So it's yeah. I'm excited that it's happening, but I do think we're in as un deep or sad this show is. I do think we're in for like a little bit of a rocky few episodes with these two. And honestly, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am excited. They're the last couple that needs to get together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost there.
But that is everything I have on Polar Opposites. Do you have anything to add?
I do not.
All right. So that was you and I are Polar Opposites, episode 6, season 2. Now let's move on to I Want to Love You to Your Dying Day, season 1, episode 6. Oh, this episode, Kieran. So I have to just ask, what part do you think you missed?
Somewhere in the
Like,
middle.
that's helpful. Great. Real Pacific.
Somewhere in the middle. Somewhere around when they skipped class.
Got it. Okay. So this episode starts off with actually seeing Mimi out on the field, out on the combat field, and we we open to her holding the fraying and like dying flower crown that Sheena made her, and she's very happily holding it. She tucks it into her pocket, and as she's doing this, we see two I assume allies of her run past. And then she starts running too. She encounters one enemy, kills them, and then she runs into a group of enemies, attacks them, and as she does it, she says, "I'm sorry, Sheena," because she knows she's gonna get really hurt in this fight.
Yeah.
Before I continue, I just have to bring up this question because I thought about it in the previous episodes but didn't say anything, so I thought maybe I'm missing something. But at this point, no, I don't. I need to ask, how do you distinguish who's on which side?
Our side is children.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Oh, true. Not even all of them.
So, how the fuck do you distinguish? Because their outfits look exactly the same.
Yeah, and you can't distinguish based off magic. I mean, maybe you
No.
could distinguish based off. No, because or not Sheena, Mimi uses the enemy magic.
No, she doesn't.
Or she can.
Can, yes. But no, like, there are no distinguishing ways visibly to see.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you know if you're fighting an ally or an enemy? Like, there's no markings on the robes. There's like no different wands people use. How the fuck do you tell? How?
Oh.
Yeah,
I hope they
I
get into
know.
the war more and kind of expand on that more. Not gonna lie.
Well, considering what happened this episode, I do think we're gonna start slowly edging into the war more. But yeah, just something I noticed. I was just wanted to pose the question, put it out there, because yeah, I was like, well, wait a minute, Mimi, you are fighting these people. They might be allies. They just don't realize you're an ally. I don't. How the fuck do you tell?
What if
Because
it's just a free for all out there?
okay, that goes into a theory I wanted to share later.
Oh shit.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We can talk about it now. Okay, so in the past episodes, and we talked about the past episodes, I made the assumption that they were fighting another country, like another like kingdom or like country, like another another exterior group of people. But they never specify it's another country. They just say the enemy forces.
Yeah, we don't know who they're fighting.
So, theory, we specify this is a theory.
Game theory.
Anime,
theory.
actually. Anime theory. What if these enemy forces? Like, okay, well, let me change this. What if this is not a war? It is a civil war.
Okay.
Like, what if it's one side who is okay with using child soldiers, like okay with child soldiers, child labor, and the other side isn't. Or what? Like, I just could. I feel like that would almost explain why the outfits are so similar. At least helps explain why they're so similar.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it would better explain why they have such a like a why they have such a limited amount of soldiers. If it's a literal like revolution happening.
Because if it's just like, yeah.
Because if it's a revolution happening, then let's say the Mimi and Sheena are with the like government side or like the countryside. Then it would explain that if it was a revolution, why they have such a shortage of such a shortage of soldiers, because a lot of their soldiers defected to the revolution, and it has now forced them into using child soldiers to fill that gap.
Mm.
It also would explain why all the wands are the same. I think they're the same. Because I
Yeah,
feel
because
like
if
if
it
it
was
was,
other things, then they would be.
they would probably have their own design. You would think. Like you would think they'd have their own like unique wand design.
Right.
So yeah, just a thought I had. We're probably not going to get that confirmed or like false like proven wrong anytime soon, because it's not going to happen. But I just want to put that out there now. So now actually continuing with yeah. So now continuing on with the episode, we get the whole scene of at the start with Mimi in combat. And then we jump to after the opening to a normal day of school of class. Sheena is still waiting for Mimi to get back. She's getting a little worried, and then Saren and Ari come over and tell her, "Hey, a bunch of upperclassmen are back. Maybe Mimi's with them." Well, she's definitely with them, and they almost out/confirm that Mimi is immortal, which I think is kind of stupid considering basically everyone knows already.
Basically. But this scene, it like. First, I think it low key traumatized Sheena.
Oh well, we haven't gotten there yet, brother. Hold, come
Oh,
on.
right. Sorry.
I'm talking about the classroom scene where Seiron almost says like, "I don't have to worry because this Kagasi-san can't," and then Ari stops her. I don't think her saying that would have mattered, considering there's that entire rumor of the student among the student body that Mimi's immortal anyway. It's kind of like the worst kept secret. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But anyways, Sheena finds out. She instantly leaves to go find Mimi, and she enters the infirmary, which is very busy. It is the busiest we've seen the infirmary up till this point, and there's a lot of injured. And I feel like it really sets the tone for the episode with just like how bad the war is getting. But then Sheena asks Miss Fran if Mimi's here. She's like, "Oh, in the back." Sheena goes back there after becoming overwhelmed with all these people talking like, "Hey, I need this. I need this. Hey, I need this stat. Hey, this person's bleeding." She gets a little overwhelmed by it. She gets to the back and she starts calming down when an advanced instructor knocks on the door with the standard package for Miss Fran, which we know what it is, but Sheena doesn't. She goes back there and opens the door, and what surprised me with at first is that the instructor knew who she was. She said she knew Sheena. He knew Sheena by name,
Yeah.
which indicates to me that the higher ups know that Mimi has spilled the beans on stuff to her friend Sheena, and that Sheena's in the quotes in the know. But then he leaves the bag with with Sheena, and then we have this scene. This scene where Sheena is struggling to pull this bag that she doesn't know the contents of into the back room. And then we just hear Sheena or Shia. And Sheena opens the bag and a bloody hand reaches out and grabs Sheena.
Fucking terrifying, by the way.
Yeah. And out comes shambling, bloody everywhere, cuts. Her one eye blind is Mimi, who is very near dead. Well, as dead as she could be. And Mimi is just frozen. Does not know how to deal with this, how to process. But Mimi is trying to just tell her hey, no, I'm fine. I was gonna come clean up and see you. I heal on my own, unlike other people. She's trying to comfort Sheena, and eventually Sheena just breaks and is like, "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put that on you of trying to come back without getting hurt. I shouldn't have said that." And then Mimi tries to correct her no, I love that you said that. Please don't take that back. It's and then Sheena just breaks. Sheena just breaks and starts crying because she doesn't know how else to handle this. And then Mimi worries that she hurt Sheena, said something wrong. And then I think Sheena says something to reaffirm to Mimi she's fine, but then Mimi just breaks too. And she cries. And I feel like I said this a lot for this anime, but this scene, I don't know why, but it was so just heartbreaking to me.
It was so sad. I literally sat there with my mouth open. I was like, ah, what the genuinely traumatized Sheena.
I think it was an eye-opening experience. I don't know if I don't know if it was. I don't know if I go that far, but I do think it was a very eye-opening experience for her.
Well, yeah.
Because I think it was she knows that people have died in this war. Her old roommate died.
But she
But
hadn't
I think
seen someone die.
yeah. Yeah, she hadn't seen someone die, and she hadn't seen someone she knew and care about come back so injured. Because I can't stress it enough, Mimi came back with one of her eyes dead, blind. There was literally, her eye was grayed out. And then you see the color come back in her eye as the magic flows through it. I truly think this opens Sheena's eyes to just how to this war. Because yes, she's seen people die, but she knows people have died, but she hasn't had someone close to her in front of her so injured, so close to death.
Yeah.
I think she even mentions she mentions how she's sorry that she was being naive about it. She even she realizes I was wrong. I was wrong about this. So yeah, that whole scene is so much. I knew the second I saw that bag, I thought, "Oh God, she's gonna see this."
Mm-hmm.
And then she saw it, and God, as she drags the bag in, and you see the blood just start slowly seeping through the bag, and then you see the more the bag jostles, the more blood is going through the bag. It was such a just a heartbreaking, deep and dark scene. God,
Yeah.
it's it's a great scene, story wise, just emotionally wise. But God, it's bad for Sheena. So yeah, and then Miss Fran comes into both of them just bawling their eyes out very fairly. I'm just gonna say that. And then we jump to, I don't know what to call them. I guess the war council of the school, I guess.
The
Or the
secret
higher up,
society.
the Illuminati, yeah. The Illuminati of the school. They're together talking about the recent events of the war. I'm gonna call it now that old lady we see. I assume she's the head mistress of the school. I'm gonna imagine.
She gives that vibe. Yeah. Everybody listens to her.
Yeah. But so they're talking about the recent efforts of the war. They make the note of that Mimi is no longer enough for to win the war or to hold off the war. And they're talking about how their forces are stretched thin. They can't even perform combat effectiveness exams because all the upper class students are out fighting the war. And the eventual Miss Fran makes the suggestion of using Mimi as the proctor, essentially.
Which is
And
crazy. Because even
I
though
mean,
Mimi's even though fuck. No, because she's technically 2 years younger, but
she's yeah.
hundreds of years old. She's very old.
Well, yeah. But I think it does make sense because they send her out to combat all the time.
Right. My only thing is, I don't think that she's gonna hold back.
That is something to think about because, so okay, let's get there in a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Miss Fran, Miss Fran says she has an idea, and then it cuts away, and then we get a scene of Mimi and Seiron going to Professor Omi's office because they've been called there. And when they get there, Professor Omi reveals that they want to give Seiron her combat effectiveness exam, which is basically if she passes, she is going to be cleared for being sent out to combat for the war. But because all these 17 years are busy out actually fighting the war, they need to fill that position of someone to take the exam against Seiron. And they've just chosen Mimi. And I think it makes sense considering the position they're in. But it is going to be interesting to see if Mimi can differentiate between real combat and exam. Because like you said, she might just go full blast. I think even Seiron mentions they don't hold back on against me.
Yeah. So during that scene, she says, "Don't hold back." And Mimi literally looks at Sheena and like waits for her approval. And she's like, "Yeah, of course." And then that's when Mimi like actually shakes her hand and is like, "Okay." But like
Well,
that made me
yeah,
think like, "Oh, is that permission to do the duel or is that permission to not hold back?"
yeah. So yeah, so then they leave, and I also just want to say, Mimi is so just not paying attention to anything. She gets given the piece of paper. They leave. She's like, "So what was that about?" She just like she has to be like, she's like, "Hey Sam, what was that about?" What? She's just not paying attention at all.
Mimi just in her own world for real.
She
Mimi just like
really
me for real.
But so then they, her and Seiron go to the cafeteria where Ari has left a little doll of Seiron to like hold her chair. That is very cute. And then Mimi and Seiron arrive. Mimi, being Mimi, reveals to the entire everyone in the cafeteria that her and Seiron are dueling for her combat effectiveness exam.
Yeah, I
It's
remember this.
yeah. Oh wait, we skipped over a scene. The scene you missed.
Oh, them
Um.
skipping?
Yeah. So yeah. Rewinding right after the whole bag and Mimi healing in the bag scene. After she's cleaned up, her and Sheena are outside class, and Mimi's like, "Hey, what class are we missing right now? Math." She makes a noise, and she was like, "How about we just skip?" And then Mimi very happily is just skipping along, singing a made up song about Sheena skipping class with her. And they go outside, and this is where they start talking about just stuff. And Mimi goes to grab her flower crown when she realizes she doesn't have it. So they go back to Miss Fran's office, I guess, and they find it very frayed, very essentially dying. Mimi's not happy about it, but then Sheena makes her happy by saying she'll make her a new one. So they go into the garden. Mimi picks a bunch of flowers, and then Sheena starts making it, and she asks Mimi why did you still have it? Why'd you bring it with you out into combat? And Mimi says it reminds me of happy times or happy things. And I don't remember Sheena's reaction to this, but I think she's very just surprised.
Oh.
And then what? What?
And sorry, my mic was very far. And then Sheena makes her a new flower crown.
Yeah, she makes her a new flower crown, and as she does this, Mimi points out new flowers she's learned. And then as Sheena's putting this new one on Mimi's head, and Mimi's very happy, Sheena in her head is praying that Mimi stays this happy, stays this jubilant about life forever. And that if there's, I don't know if she says it at this point or later, but she mentions how she if she doesn't do anything else while at the school, she's happy if making Mimi happy is the only thing she does. Which is so sweet, but also very sad.
I think that was the part that I.
Yeah, because it's while she's putting the flower crown on Mimi's head, and she's just like, I hope you're always this happy, for like forever. you're never sad, or you're always just happy and just excited about things. And I'm so glad that if this is the only thing I do at this school, it is at least making you happy or something along those lines. It was very sweet, very, very sweet, but also a little bittersweet that Sheena doesn't verbalize. But yeah, so that happens after the bag scene. But then cafeteria scene, Mimi outs that they're gonna duel. Seiron then emphasizes that she voluntarily okayed this. Like, she's not being forced to duel against Mimi. No, she chose this. Because yes, she could have said no to dueling with Mimi. Professor Omi did give her that option.
True. It does seem like she kind of wants to prove herself.
Absolutely. Well, so then we have the scene of Sheena, Mimi, Seiron, and Eri. Well, Seiron telling them, "Hey, I'm not gonna hang out with you guys until the exam," because she wants to like mentally prepare for this. And that's where we have the handshake and like go all out, and Mimi waits for Sheena to nod at her. That's when that happens. I also just quick question: have you seen Yu-Gi-Oh? I know it's not a left field. Have you seen like Yu-Gi-Oh, original Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I know you're not gonna get it, but for anyone who has seen Yu-Gi-Oh, Sheena going duel.
Oh, that did
Just
make me think of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I know, like, that's popular. So I was like, oh,
yeah, my
that was
brain just
funny.
went. My brain just went like, I hope someone mixing that up. Sheena just going duel, and this Yu-Gi-Oh theme song roll into it.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
My brain just instantly went to that. And my just want to say my note for that was she was about to send someone to the shadow realm. Just that's my note for that. And then we have a scene. I think it's that night, later that day at nighttime, when Mimi and Sheena are, I guess, heading back to their room, and Mimi asks Sheena if Seiron likes a fight. And Mimi explains, no, she doesn't like to fight. Yes, it may seem like she does because she's so intense, but no, she actually doesn't like to fight. She just wants to give back to the school. And then we get this whole explanation on why the students are so gung ho about going to war. And I gotta say, this explanation makes sense, but it does put the idea in my head that the school might be grooming these children. Cause
Oh.
I just like, okay, yeah, you're thankful for them taking you in, giving you a home, teaching you, sure. But I feel like the kids are so just okay with like, yep, sacrifice myself for the school, for everything they did for me. And we know kids can be taken in pretty young because we get that flashback to when Savon was recruited, or not recruited, but in quotes saved.
Right.
Which I just, it gives me the idea that like if they taken kids young enough and like imply that the school does so much for them because of Gratitude Day, remember, like on Gratitude Day they say, oh yeah, we have to clean the school in repayment for letting us, for them teaching us and giving us a roof over our heads and food. So I could truly see them be like, hey, like start when they first get to like, hey, you want to pay back the school for everything we're doing for you. Well, hey, there's this war going on. You could train to be a soldier and then fight in it when you're older. So I don't know if that's what it is, but that's it. That this when she talked about all the students being so willing and just ready to like go sacrifice themselves, got me thinking that. Yeah,
Definitely possible.
abs-
They're already sending kids into war. So definitely
exactly.
possible, but fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the thought I had. And then did you see Seiron's flashback? It was very short, but did you see it?
Yes, it was sad.
Yeah, it was. It was sad, but it was. It was. It was very interesting because she literally just like she grabbed a toad and then just bit into it. Like grabbed a frog and then just bite, rip out flesh and meat.
Yeah, I might not have seen that either.
Yeah, because you can actually see the blood on her on her face and mouth.
Holy fuck, I feel like I would have remembered this.
Yeah, and like it because then like she bites into it and then she like turns to her left and there's a soldier there and he's like just reaching his hand out like, "Hey, come with me. I can get you somewhere safe." And then he eventually went with him. But yeah, it paints a very grim picture for what's happening in this country. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's I we don't get a lot of it. We don't get a lot of stuff outside of the school. So whenever we do, it's always so interesting just to like get that little bit of information on the world. And then we get the training of Seiron and Ari. Well, no, then we get a a conversation between Ari and Seiron, and Ari's talking to her about why Mimi was chosen as like her opponent for the exam. And officially the reason is because they don't have anyone else. But Ari proposes the idea that it's because Seiron has the main problem of being able to do it. Like attack someone you know, kill
Yeah.
someone. And so Ari proposes the idea that they purposely chose Mimi to push Seiron to confront this weakness of hers. And then Seiron is like, no, I will do this. I can do this. I have to repay the school. Like, if I had never come to the school, I would have never become stronger and I would have met you. And they have that sweet moment. And then we have it's kind of like a little bit of a training montage with Seiron and Ari sparring, which it's always so interesting to see magic used because we still know so little about how it works.
I know, I want to know more.
I really would love a full depth explanation on how the fuck this system works. We were so spoiled with Witch Hat because that got explained so quickly.
Yeah, I miss my witch
But
hat magic.
but we get them fighting, and okay, seeing as you missed a couple scenes, did you notice that Ari was holding a book during one of their spars?
Yes. Yes, I did
Why?
see that.
Why was she holding a book but Seiron wasn't?
I don't know. It makes me. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, is it just a like, oh, Seiron's a better magic user, she doesn't need the book? Or is it like, oh, Ari's using like some spells that she's not fully comfortable with yet, so she needs it? Or is it a thing of like, I don't know. I truly don't know. I really, really wish we got an explanation on the magic, man. I need to understand. But yeah, so they're sparring, going back and forth. Seiron looks to win a lot. From what I gathered, she kind of looks like she's just a better fighter than Ari. Does look like she's a close range fighter though.
Yeah.
That's what I gathered, at least from how she was fighting. Also, just want to point out that they picked the one spot on the grounds that Mimi could watch them fight if you wanted to.
Yeah, just from
Like,
like their window.
yeah, it's like it's a perfect view. Like we see Sheena watching them spar from the window. Like, they picked the one place that Sheena and Mimi could just watch perfectly. But anyways, they're sparring. They go back and forth. We see not a ton of. It's not a ton of sparring. We see, and then I believe the episode ends with Mimi and Sheena. Mimi asking Sheena if she's going to root for her. Sheena says, "I'll root for you both." And then they end the episode dancing together. No, they end the episode snuggling. That's what it was. And Sheena makes a comment of like, "Oh, you're really into snuggles lately."
Oh yeah.
And I believe, oh, one more thing I wanted to bring up is, did you catch how the couple times Sheena was like, "Oh, is there any way I could help in the infirmary?"
Oh wait, maybe I got that? I don't know. I caught her staring at the affirmer or the thingy.
Because when she first gets there before the bag scene, she's like, "Oh, is there any way I could help?" Because she sees everyone rushing around. She's like, "Oh, I wonder if I could help people." And then when she's in the office before Mimi arrives, she is like, "Man, it's really busy out there. I wonder if I could help." And with the theory that not Mimi, Sheena's going to be very like adept at healing magic, I wonder if we're going to see her and like her help out in the infirmary a lot. Like if she's going to be like a field medic essentially, is what she's going to become.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, because I don't think, because that's my thought, is like that's like what her role is going to be on the field is, hey, sit in the back lines and then people come to her for heals, for like being patched up. That's just a theory. That's a complete guess.
That'd be pretty.
Because I don't know, just like because she does it a couple times in the episode, and it just made me think like, huh? They keep showing Sheena being like interested in helping out in the infirmary or wanting to help. So that just made me think that maybe she's gonna like take like a apprenticeship or like a nursing role in the infirmary to help. But that was my last thing for Dying Days. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite
So
episode of the week was our next one, Tanya.
it was good. It's I don't know how I feel about the ending, but we'll get there. So yeah.
Crazy.
Next we move on to Saga of Tanya the Evil Season 2, Episode 6. And wow, this episode. First off, we open up the episode with the confirmation our boy Weiss didn't die.
Yo.
He didn't die, everybody. He's alive. Somehow.
Somehow.
I guess they got him back, I guess, to the camp very fast. I also got, so last episode of the podcast, I mentioned that I was pretty sure it was the Russian lady who attacked him. It wasn't. My bad. Apparently, I'm bad at this. It was actually the Russian commander, not Russian, but Federation commander who attacked him. But yeah, which is also the reveal to Tanya that the Federation has brought back its mages from the camp. Which we talked about this in a previous episode. Still thinks it's crazy that these mages are willing to serve their country after being put into camp.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is some fucking loyalty.
And from the sounds of it, from the sounds of what's said later on in the episode and stuff, these camps were pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I can't believe these mages. They have mages willing to serve. Yeah, whatever. Not going to get into it. So we open up to that and Tanya finding out they have mages. And then I believe we go to not the Eastern Theater Command where Sator is. And he is basically talking to a bunch of other commanders about, hey, let's send in this, relief force to go save our troops. Come on, guys, let's do it. And they are very against it. Like they are very much, we don't have the troops to go to follow through with this. Which I think is fucked, considering that this plan was okayed.
Yeah.
Like, this plan was okayed by Strategic HQ. Come on, guys. You idiots. Follow through. Anyways, Sator basically, when he realizes that he'll have to spend way too long arguing with him about it, he surrenders it and just like, follow your hearts. And he leaves, but only after telling one of the standby soldiers to call Grants into his office. And when Grants gets there, Sator's on the phone with someone. Now, I wanted to ask you, Kieran, who do you think he's on the phone with?
That I don't know.
Because when he talks to Grants, he basically talks about how, like, hey, I talked to the tank commander, he's gonna go save a crew. You should go with him. That's not how he said. That's not what he exactly says, but essentially what he says. And so I'm wondering if that phone call was him talking to the tank commander, like that was like him literally just talking to the tank commander about this plan, or was it something else? Was it something else that's going to be revealed later? I don't know. We'll see. I imagine it's just him talking to the tank commander. I think that makes the most sense. But maybe we're in for a surprise reveal next episode. But yeah, Sator basically explains to Grants that, hey, you and the tank unit are going to go save your group. You're going to go save your lieutenant colonel and your friends. But then he also reveals, hey, I'm going with.
That was
insane. I have to say this. Sator is insane. There is no if, buts, or not, or isn't about it. He is insane. But but also he is insanely confident in his soldiers.
Absolutely.
Because they're like, he's like, because everyone on the way there, they're like, sir, you should really go back, or we shouldn't be in the front. He's like, no, we have a maid with us. They'll protect us. And if someone does attack us, this whole tank company will take care of them. And it's like, Jesus, man, that's like, you gotta appreciate he has confidence in his soldiers, but Jesus, like, goddamn, it's one mage and not even a very good one.
I know.
It's fucking Grants. But yeah, this episode was really the introduction to just how crazy Sator is. on the battlefield.
Mm.
And honestly, I love it. I so love it. But yeah, so then we get basically a lot of time lapses of Satur and that group going on, running into enemy ambushes. And then we go to the Federation soldiers, command of soldiers, and they're talking with the mages from a bunch of different countries. And they're talking about, their current plan, but then the allied commander finds out that Satur is on the move and that he is like out in the open. And Satur is very much, because Satur remembers what he was told last episode from his brother, that if he gets a chance on Satur, he should absolutely take it. Do not let that opportunity pass. So the allied commander is like, yeah, we have to go after him. We have the authority to go after him. And then as they're going back and forth on it, the Federation commander, it goes on this whole spiel about, they are our allies and we're fighting against the enemy of the world. We shouldn't let anything happen to them. We should work with them. And he basically just goes on this whole spiel about how they're going to work together. And then after the political liaison commander leaves, the allied commander has thinks internally like, well, that was a lot of how does he put it? He says like that was a lot of roundabout showmanship to just say like they have to hide their plans essentially.
Yeah.
Which was it's interesting to know. It's interesting to see that the Federation is like they are hiding their full plan. Like they're not even showing them, which is, I get it, but also I feel like in the situation they're in, they probably should. Considering how long this war's gone on, how bad it's gone for them. But anyways, they go back and forth on that, and then we see Satur and his like tank unit, and Grants run into basically the attacking force. This attacking force going after Satur specifically, and they stop and start planning on how they want to deal with this. When Satur has come up with the plan to make himself a target and hope that Tanya realizes it's the perfect opportunity for a pincer attack. Which, we said it earlier, is fucking insane. Like, okay, he has faith that Tanya's smart enough to figure it out. Great. That's a good idea. Still, putting yourself as the primary bait for this is wild.
Yeah.
Especially because he did that on the spot. It wasn't like it was a planned thing. He's like, we can't outrun this. But we could turn this around on him and turn it into a pincer attack. But I'm the bait. I'll make myself the bait. It's so insane that he comes up with this plan right there on the field. It's like, yeah, I'll put myself as bait, sure.
And he had confidence Tanya would realize.
Yeah, because he's like, oh yeah, like a officer, a strategic officer has to be a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has this plan, and Tanya does figure it out, which they find out, and Tanya puts it together after finding out Satur has essentially left his post almost, and realizes the pincer opportunity. So she tells all her mages to gear up and they're going to head out. But they decide that, hey, if we are spotted, we should probably have a decoy ready so they don't attack me. Or Tanya thinks this, that they don't attack Tanya. So Mary and not Mary, I forget her name. The red-haired girl. What's her name again?
No, I don't remember.
Fuck. I think we did the same thing last week, and we
think
just forgot her
so.
name. This is bad, Kieran. This is bad. We're bad at this. Victoria.
Oh yes.
Victoria is put as bait, which works magnificently because when we go back to the Federation command where they're still waiting on, when they're still like encircling Tanya's group or Tanya's team, they're like, hey, should we flush them out? Or like, should we just wait them out? And the commander's like, this doesn't seem normal with the Devil of the Rhine. And then that's when he puts together like, wait a minute. And he realizes they've left. And they are now on their way to go save Sator. And he then starts telling the Federation political liaison commander about this, and she's like, no, we can't change the plans. We already did that to change it to Sator. And then when he says like, oh, the Devil of the Rhine isn't here anymore, that's when of course Mary just happens to pass by and hear this. And she freaks out and immediately gets her flight gear and flies off after she senses a little bit of magic. Which, I have to bring this up, Kieran, because it's happened so many times now. When the fuck is Mary gonna get punished for doing this?
For disobeying direct orders. That is
For
a wonderful
disobeying
question.
direct orders and flying off on her own. Because this is not the first time it's happened. It's not even the second. I don't think it's even the third.
Yeah, it happens a lot. That is a
Like,
wonderful question.
I get like, oh, she's special, she's strong. Yeah, get it. But come on, there has to be some kind of punishment. Like, I get she can fire a continuous beam of magic, which is insane. Because no one else in the show can do that. Not even Tanya. But what the fuck? This is like the fourth or fifth time she's like outright disobeyed orders and fucked off by herself. Come on. But yeah. They go run off, and then that is also when the Federation Mage Commander arrives, and the Federation, I forget her exact title, but it's like the Federation Political Commander Liaison something, is talking to Federation like higher ups, and they hear about the Devil of the Rhine having flew the coop. And they say, go get her. Capture her. Because, of course, on the other end of the line is our favorite creeper. This fucking guy, man. I hope the next time him and Tanya like are near each other, she just puts a bullet through him. Please.
I know, right? Well, have they even met in person?
No. He's just seen her fly past and then make fun of the Federation's capital.
So
like, it's his little. I hate it when he says his little fairy. It's so goddamn creepy.
yeah.
I also just want to make the point out now I think what's gonna fuck the Federation over in this war is this guy's obsession with Tanya. Like
That would
whether it,
fuck the Federation over.
yeah, like not Russia. Because I think what's gonna happen is either they're gonna realize they fucking hate Tanya or really want Tanya. Like the Empire's gonna realize, wait a minute, Tanya's like a priority target for them, and they're gonna use that to their advantage. Or this guy's gonna overextend with an attack to try to get to Tanya, and it's gonna like fuck the war. Like it's gonna be like the last straw that like destroys them. It's getting bad. This obsession of his is like it's getting bad.
Yeah.
So that's just my theory, though. I could definitely be wrong, but we'll see. But yeah, and then we get the aerial fight scene with the Federation mages and Tanya's group, and man,
That was pretty
it's
cool.
it was so good, and it really just reminds me that we have not had much Tanya fighting this season.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of build up this season.
Yeah, so seeing her fight was so great. And then seeing those shields tank one of her like artillery shell level spells.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he tanked it and then said the winds at the camp were worse.
Well, no, he said no. It was all of them tanked it. Every single one of those mages tanked the hit.
Well, right, they tanked it and then said that the winds at the camp were worse. The
Yeah.
winds, which made me think like maybe they were in a camp that they literally had to have their barriers up all the time.
On who knows? We don't know.
24/7.
But yeah, it's again crazy that these mages are willing to serve their country after the camps. It's fucking crazy. I could go on about it for a long time because it's insane that it's working for them. But anyways, yeah, we find out these guys, they can work together first off because of the camps, and that they can tank shit. Like they are hard to bring down, and that their technology is not bad. Because this is the first time we're really seeing the Federation mages in action, and so to see that they're like their flight tech is so good is surprising. It makes me wonder if other countries have shared like their research on it, on like flight tech, so that way they can make their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, great fight scene. And eventually Tanya makes the decision to have Grant's kind of abandon Zator, because Grant has been protecting Zator this whole time from artillery fire, gunfire, a lot, and says, "Help me kill these fuckers." Essentially, Zator okays this, and also, can you remember last time? I mean, not last time, but remember when we talked about Tanya like clutching the gem, and if that was like her suppressing like the mic thing?
Yes.
I think you're right, because the tour was holding his neck when he was talking, specifically when he was talking to Tanya.
Right. Right, and then
So,
he got like a buff.
well, no, I don't think it's a magic thing. I think it's a tech thing.
Oh.
Because remember, Zator doesn't have magic.
Oh, I've got my people mixed. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah. So like Zator, when he was like telling Tanya, "Hey, do it. Like, leave me. Go kill these mages." He was like gently holding his collar,
Yeah, the neck
like
is
how
the
Tanya
mic.
does. Yeah. Well, I think the mic is like on the collar somewhere,
Right.
because he wasn't touching his throat. He was touching his collar.
Right.
But yeah. So he tells Tanya to go with the plan, tells Grant to listen to her. They successfully kill the three Federation mages that were there, and the leader and Tanya trade blows, and she nearly dies. Which, oh, she got lucky. She got very lucky
Yeah.
that his thing broke at the perfect time. Yeah, so Tanya survives by the skin of her teeth, but does not kill him, but definitely takes him out of the fight, at least for a little bit. And then they continue the original plan of giving the relief team support. They fly down, start weighing into people, killing a lot of people, and then we have a nice interaction with Tanya and Zatur back to back, firing, protecting each other. Zatur's like, "Let's have tea after this," and it's a great scene. And after this episode, I'm gonna lock it in. Zatur is just the most badass character in this show.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Speaking of him being badass, there was a scene. There was a scene. It was like him being like, yeah, the fucking artillery being bombed or whatever, or the tanks being bombed, and fucking Grants was like on the ground, and then the officer was he got up, or Zator got up, and he literally was like, fuck, I wrote it down actually because it was so like, holy fuck, that was sick. It was he said, raise the flag, let them know I'm here. And then it was like a scene of them raising the flag and then just walking into flames and explosions. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
What makes that would seem even better is that Grant is like, "Sir, I'm trying to protect you. Like, you need to leave." And like,
Yes.
you see Sator's bleeding from his
Oh my
forehead.
god, the ricochet bullets.
Yeah, the bullet goes off the tank, skims his hat, knocks it off, causes bleeding on the side of his head, and I forget exactly what he says, but he's just like, I think that's when he says, "Raise the flag." He starts his speech of like, "We're not stopping, we're winning this. Raise the flag." Like,
Bro,
it
I got
is so
chilled. It
cool.
was so good.
It was amazing. It
It was
like
one of
last
those like, holy fuck, I had to pause it, open the notes page, write that shit down because that was so
Yeah,
good.
it's so great. And it like last episode, we got told like, "Oh, Sator's like infamous on the battlefield." Like, I was like, okay, sure. But now I'm like, oh fuck, I believe it. I
Yes.
fucking believe this motherfucker's insane, but he knows what he's fucking doing. Oh my god,
It was
it's such
so cool.
by far the best part of this episode is the tour. By
100%.
far. Like the fight scene between Tanya and the Federation mages is good, but Zatur just steals this episode.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Oh, I know what he talks about how like, oh, like it's the corpse of a soldier. Yeah, like they
Oh
have to find the
yeah.
best use for the corpse of a soldier, and if I die, it'll show the higher ups back home how serious this is. Like, it's something along those lines. And God,
Yes.
it's it's such a great bit. It's such a great scene. Uh
Amazing episode.
so great. I'm so happy. I knew this episode was going to be good, and it wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but it was still outstanding. Because
Yeah.
the tour just surprised me so much, and I'm happy for it.
He definitely
Uh
carried.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was so good. I hope he doesn't go back to Strategic HQ. Keep him out on the battlefield,
No, right? Well, he said
please.
that back in the day officers would be out in the field.
Yeah, Absolutely. Oh yeah, so great. That is all I have for Tanya. Do you have anything to add?
No, my coolest thing was his speeches.
Okay. So that is all our animes for the week, and I just wanted to say something, Kieran. We are halfway through the seasons.
Oh, I don't want it to
Well,
end.
we're halfway through Tanya.
Right.
We're like almost halfway through Polar Opposites and Dying Day.
I still don't want it to end.
I God, Tanya, it's been so long since Tanya's like movie came out. Once the season ends, I hope we get news about what's next soon. Like I hope we don't have to wait 5 years for like another season or movie.
Yeah. Oh god,
That'll
that would
suck.
suck.
Yeah, that would massively suck. But moving on to our gaming news and section of the episode today, Kieran. And got some interesting stuff happened this week. Starting with GTA 6 gameplay trailer coming out end of this month. But not on YouTube immediately. If you want to watch it as soon as it releases, you need a Netflix subscription.
Are you kidding?
Nope, it will be on Netflix on August 27th. And if you want to watch, but if you don't have Netflix, you have to wait 6 hours.
Gaming trailer on Netflix is absolutely insane.
Yep. But hey, it's GTA 6. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, but hey, don't worry. It'll be on YouTube 6 hours after it premieres on Netflix.
Oh yay, 6 hours.
Yeah. Supposedly, this was done to combat leaks.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that, but sure. Got a Rockstar take two. Moving on, more Sony news, which we love Sony news here. Sony has said they are not changing their strategy and are continuing to ignore the ongoing outrage from their fans, with I quote that they're going to cautiously move their plans forward.
With oh gosh.
No physical.
Oh gosh.
That quote was I reiterate, quote, that they're going to cautiously move this forward, end quote. That was taken from a financial call that they had with investors. Yeah. Yeah. Hurts.
El Sony.
Yeah. That I read that and couldn't believe they said that, but also kind of could because they still haven't really addressed it, even though it's been like a month almost. Xbox, definitely not biased. Continuing with Sony, Karen, do you remember me mentioning that there is a law firm I think where is it? Oh wait, no, I was right. In Dutch, that is suing Sony for the no physical games thing.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah. More on that. Do you know about the Stop Killing Games movement? The Stop Killing Games movement is a group of people who are trying to preserve online or live service games that stop getting support and servers are taking down. Think like Destiny 2 almost. Like if their servers ever were to go down, you would never have that game again. But if their movement went through, companies would have to keep at least some servers up for their games, live service and online games. Because there are some online games that are just online. Like there is no single player or offline mode. Like you can only play online against other people or whatever. So you need yeah, it's a great movement. They are joining the Dutch lawsuit against PlayStation. for the monopolization of their games on their store.
Yeah.
Which, want to note, the lawsuit is currently for $457 million.
Good gods.
Let's be real, though, that is not that much.
I know, it could be more. Should be more. Will be more.
Yes. I should also note the Stop Killing Games movement is specifically joining the lawsuit over the claims that PlayStation is artificially inflating prices on the PlayStation Store, which has been kind of confirmed.
I sorry, I have seen that actually. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is confirmed. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Now moving on to some worrying news. If you are a Steam hardware user who has purchased Steam hardware in the last 90 days, if you live in Europe and have bought a Steam Deck, Steam controller, Steam machine, anything Steam hardware in the last 90 days, you need to be careful because your data might have been stolen. Basically, the company that handles the distribution for Steam in Europe, they had a big hack, big leak, not leak, but big hack, and a bunch of users' information like, where did I put it? It is like your address, name, phone number, and email might have been stolen. So, if you fit that criteria, please be careful. Be careful about any spam phone calls, any weird emails. Be careful.
Steam hardware?
Yes, because
GG's whoever did that.
The company Siva handles the distribution of Steam hardware in Europe.
Steam
So,
a sawtooth.
Yeah. We'll say your password should be fine. Account information should be fine. It is just your address, phone, number, name, and email. Those 4 things specifically. Basically the stuff you need for your shipping information. So yeah.
Interesting.
Please be careful if you fit that criteria. And I'm sorry that happened to you if it does. Moving on, some kind of funny, but also out of nowhere news. Bethesda employees, both current and former, have placed a giant inflatable rat named Scabby outside the Bethesda office, who is iconic for being a part of other corporate protests when Xbox management came by to playtest The Elder Scrolls 6. And this is in retaliation to the massive layoffs that Xbox did weeks ago, which included Bethesda. I should also note, out on the edges of the entranceway to the Bethesda office were flags planted into the ground, each one for every employee that was fired.
Wait,
yes.
I'm trying to find pictures of this.
Oh, I should probably send you pictures. But yeah. You could also, while the management team was inside Bethesda's office playtesting the game, you could distantly hear the people shouting, "Who's the rat? Microsoft." Yes. Xbox management team have not made any responses to this. Rightfully, well, not rightfully so, but expectedly.
You know, Xbox still doing better than PlayStation. That's all we can ask for.
Sadly, yeah. Next up, watch. Are you still looking for that picture?
I couldn't find it.
Start talking. I'll find it for you.
I have not played any new games lately. I'm still really enjoying Tears of Metal. Lots of fun, lots of fun. I haven't really had that problem, Liv, of what we were talking about, of like kind of getting lost. I
Lost
don't
in
think
what?
so. Like lost in like the fighting animations. Like some of the things have
right.
like
Yeah.
I haven't really gotten lost in it because the 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 moves will clear out enemies so fast.
Hmm. Maybe later on you will.
True, true, true. I've only made it to the second boss, and I can't beat the second boss.
Hmm.
But
Good
it's
job,
very
buddy.
good.
I mean, at least you're getting there.
Great,
Where is this?
great game.
Ah, I found it. Let me see. I'll put it in this chat. Yeah. Giant inflatable rat is a very apt way to describe it.
Oh my gosh, the thing is huge.
Yeah. Apparently, it has been used at many corporate protests. That it's kind of
Really?
iconic for it. Yeah, it's known for being at them now.
Holy shit. Interesting. I've
Yeah.
not seen or heard of this before. That is so interesting.
It's not until I hadn't either till I read this story. But yes, moving on. Not super gaming related, but kind of. The Windows 11 license is getting a price increase by 10%. What most by 10%.
Yikes. What, just for Windows 11?
Yes, which I should specify. Uh, this will not affect you building your own PC. This will affect pre-built specifically
Oh.
because the price will mainly affect people who buy Windows 11 for like businesses who build PCs. So if you buy pre-built, maybe buy it sooner rather than later. If you're looking to get a new pre-built.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something I saw, thought I say it. And now some actually some very interesting news. Remember how we were talking about Marble before we started recording?
Yes. Marble Simulator.
No. A Steam machine owner going by the name of Gino WT has cut marble from the same quarry that Michelangelo used and has crafted it into a new faceplate for their Steam machine.
What? What?
And
It's so specific.
they also did this with two other types of marble.
What the fuck?
And on top of that, Gino WT is planning to sell a small batch through his own website that you can give your name and email to, and they will contact you about pricing and shipping. So
Interesting.
if you have a Steam machine and would like to customize that faceplate with some marble, then you can find their website from somewhere, and yeah.
Marble is such an interesting choice.
Yeah. It also has been confirmed as up to this point that the marble does not negatively affect the Steam machine.
Hmm.
It does not affect cooling or physically like damaged screws or weight, anything. It seems to work perfectly fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Weight? Even the weight?
Well, of course it weighs more, but it's not like bending screws or
Oh.
damaging the machine.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say, goddamn.
But yeah, it's so random I had to talk about it. Because they used marble from the same quarry as Michelangelo.
So crazy.
It is. But you know what? That's also real fucking baller. To say my Steam machine has the same marble that Michelangelo used.
True.
Like that's just baller. And now, Kieran, you and I are gonna play a game
Dun dun
called
dun.
Guess the Top 10 Highest Selling Video Games of the Year so far.
Oh, yikes.
Now, Karen, these are the top 10 video games of the year. Keep that in mind.
I don't even think I've played 10 games this year.
You absolutely have. I know you. I know you have.
But not new games. They're all old.
So, do you want to just take a first pick?
I didn't even count this. Our World.
Well, no. Because yes, Kieran, some of these games, one of these games did not come out this year. It came out late last year,
Oh, what the what?
but it has sold enough copies to make it into the top 10 this year.
Our World.
No, Palworld's not on the list.
Damn. That really blew up this year.
Yeah, but you have to remember, think about it. A lot of people probably already owned it because it was in early access for a while.
True, true.
I can tell you've played one of these games. You absolutely have.
Did Ready or Not officially come out?
No. Also, I'm pretty sure it already did officially come out, but I'll double check that while you keep thinking.
Or I mean, like, it came out for everything.
No, that was no. It came out. Did that like last year.
Oh, time is a construct.
Somehow, yeah. I'm gonna say you did play one of these games, Kieran. You played it with me and Julian.
What?
Yeah.
Battlefield.
No. That came out last year, but no, it's not on this list. There is a first-person shooter on this list.
Minecraft.
No, no, not Minecraft.
Minecraft should definitely be on there. Kind of crazy. I don't know.
I'm now okay. I now forget remembering that you don't really know games. You don't know names of games.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just say the 10, and then you have to guess where they are.
Mm-hmm.
First was the one that you played, Forza Horizon 6.
Oh yeah.
Also, 007 First Light. That James Bond game. Crimson Desert. MLB The Show 26, baseball game. Pokemon Pocopia.
Oh yes. Pocopia.
Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. WWE 2K26. Resident Evil Requiem. And Black Ops 7. Yeah.
I think I touched.
None of us did. Also, it came out last year, but it's still in the top 10.
There's some
That's
good
not
games in there though.
That's not the order, by the way. I picked those at random. I still want you to try and guess which one, where's which.
Okay, wait, reread it and then I'll pick as we go.
Okay. Where do you think Forza is?
Fourth.
No. Lower.
Lower. Eighth.
Higher.
Sixth.
Close. It's fifth.
Damn.
You literally, yeah, you literally went around it.
God damn it.
Where did Black Ops 7 land?
10th.
Yeah, you're right. Where do you think MLB The Show 26 landed?
7 or 8?
No, higher.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that 6?
Higher.
2?
Close, third.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think Tomodachi Life landed?
Fourth.
Lower.
Fuck, fifth.
That's where Forza is.
No, fuck, you're right. Sixth.
Lower.
God damn. This one's is it ninth?
Oh, you were so close. It's eighth.
God damn it, I was gonna say eighth too.
I know you started saying it, then you pivoted. Continuing, where is WWE?
That one's ninth.
You're right, it is ninth. Where is Pacopia?
Sixth. Seventh.
You're right on the money. You know,
Fuck
you were right
yes.
on the money. That was impressive. Good job. Where is Crimson Desert?
That one's seventh.
No,
I haven't heard
higher.
anything about the game, I don't think.
That's surprising because it was big.
Really?
Yes.
Second?
There you go. Right on the money.
Hmm.
Brother, this game is big. It has DLC planned and it was huge. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it. In fact, I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
Did we?
Not on the podcast, but I know you, me, and Julian absolutely talked about this.
Hmm.
But then again, you have the memory of a goldfish.
That is true.
That's not me being mean. It's just the truth.
That is a fact.
Where do you think? Did we talk about Tomodachi?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Where do you think Lego Batman landed?
Oh my god, is that first? It'd be so funny if
No.
Lego was a first. Oh man.
No.
Is that one's eighth? Oh wait, no, sorry, ninth.
No, WWE was ninth.
Oh fuck.
Let me tell you, you have first, fourth, and seventh left.
This one's seventh.
There you go. All right. Last two games. 007 First Light and Resident Evil Requiem. Which one do you think got first?
Wait, Resident Evil and what?
007 First Light, the James Bond game.
I think people really love those Resident Evil games.
Yeah,
Resident Evil.
you're
I
correct.
think that is right. Yep.
It is being praised as potentially the best Resident Evil game ever.
Really. I like the co-op third person ones.
Yeah, but that one did not do great.
Not my favorite one.
That's fair, but people didn't like that one.
Oh, it sucks.
It's also stuck on like the 360.
That sucks
Or like
even
the play.
more.
It's stuck on old hardware. And 007 got fourth. Is currently fourth. This is a constantly changing list. Because this is current sale numbers for the games. But yeah, I found that today and thought that was a very interesting list. Really shows you what's popped off this year.
That is interesting. People got some.
Honestly, they're all astounding games. It doesn't surprise me a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Tomodachi a little bit, but I think what I forget is how much people fiend for that game.
Yeah, that game blew up.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of great games. I haven't played any of them, but I know you have. Well, that's what we did. We played Forza, actually. Also, should point out those sales numbers for Forza are before it went to PlayStation.
Oh my god.
So it's probably even higher than what it is currently. But that is all the gaming news I have. So now it's time to get into the game reviews. And this week, we didn't play a co-op game.
Dun, dun,
So you
dun.
have no idea what games I'm going to talk about. Starting with, what do I want to start with, the one I actually played or the one I just looked at? We'll go with the one I didn't get a chance to play. It is called, and feel free to look this up on Steam, called We Junk Artists.
We
It is
junk
currently,
artists.
We Junk Artists, plural artist. It is currently sitting at a 94% and is on sale for $8.49 until August 20th. It is also at $10 at full price. Now you may ask, what kind of game is this? Well, it is a multiplayer game kind of similar to Drawful or Draw My Thing, where you have to create something out of junk, whether it be a animal or human body part or a landmark or object out of objects, whether it be a saw blade or a gas can, a hat, a rolling pin, whatever it may be.
God, that looks so much fun.
And you basically have to, out of these a random amalgamation of objects, create a rabbit, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, maybe a T-shirt, or lungs, whatever it may be, a variety of things. And you have to try and make it and hope that your friends see your vision as they try to guess what in the world you're making out of literal junk. It is up to 6-player online multiplayer. It is only on Steam. I should specify that it is only on Steam. And honestly, it looks pretty great. It has multiple game modes. I didn't get to see all of them, but the two I saw, there's one that's the standard. You just take objects, you try and make it look like something and hope your friends guess it. There's also another mode that blacks out the item, which is called shadow mode. Basically, when you pick an item to help to use it to make what you're trying to make, they don't see the item. Like they don't, if it's a handsaw, they're not going to see it's a handsaw. They'll just see the outline.
I see.
And also, as you play the game, the more you play it, you also unlock more objects to use with your building. So, as you play, you might get a new object that will help you a lot with that rabbit you're trying to build, or that bra you're trying to make, or those glasses, whatever you're trying to do. But it does. I wanted to test play it, but it's just you and me and the two people who would not play that game. So, oh well. But it does look pretty cool. Definitely suggest you check it out if you have some friends to play with. I don't think you can actually legitimately play it by yourself, so I don't believe there's a lobby system. There might be. I don't actually remember if there is or not. But it looks pretty cool. A lot of people have said good things about it. Some YouTubers and streamers have played it. They looked like they had a lot of fun. Yeah, I really should think you should test it out, at least for like an hour and a half, see if you like it. And definitely show us if you do make something in it. Yes. And don't tell us what it is. Let's see if we can guess it. Definitely not going to get that horribly wrong and get yelled at. But moving on to the game I did play. And we'll say, Kieran, this game is pretty fucking cool. It's really freaking cool. Only played the demo, but I didn't finish the demo because it's over an hour long.
I see.
And this demo, it's pretty good. It actually allows you to do a lot of stuff. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. Or maybe I'm a lot slower than I thought I'd be. Either or. But basically, this game is called Chop Chop Inc. Now, I don't know what you think when you hear that. I think lumberjack, but maybe you think something different. Basically, you cut down trees to make furniture. And you sell this furniture to people, so you make money, so you can buy materials, so you can build a house, and you can keep making furniture. This is also all with the idea that you are going to put your ex-employer out of business after they fire you because they replaced you with AI. And man, if that is not very relatable in this day and age. Yes,
Wood
hmm,
chopping tycoon.
kind of. You chop down trees, and also the process of chopping down a tree is very cool because you can actually see you chipping away the wood from the tree as you chop it. Very nice touch.
That is cool.
So you chop down trees, then once you chop down a tree, you have to chop down the stump so you get more wood, and the tree will regrow. And then you can chop up the fallen tree even more so you get some smaller pieces of wood to work with. And use this wood to make like stools, tables, benches, and you sell this wooden furniture to the nearby city that gives you money so you can buy things you can't make with wood, essentially. And like I said, you're doing this all with the idea that you're going to put your ex-employer out of business, who is a furniture company. It is very good. It is $13 on Steam. From what I heard, it is about 18 hours for 100% completion, maybe a little less, maybe about 16 hours. It is single player only, so it's a great game to just relax and chill out to because there's really no threat in the game. Like, yes, you can technically die, you can drown. Found that out the hard way. But from what I saw, you really don't lose anything when you die. At least I didn't notice I lost anything. Admittedly, I was very early on, so I didn't have a lot to lose. But yes, and you also interact with the nearby city, quite a bit because they will give you contracts to maybe expand the floor of a building, or give them the materials to expand the floor of a building, or to make some extra furniture for them. And as you do this, you build up a reputation with the city, and they will give you better and better contracts that pay more. And there's a lot of reputation people in this game, like a lot of people you can build reputations with. So there seems to be quite a bit to this game. There's also the game likes to warn you about ducks a lot.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I should also preface that this game doesn't take itself super seriously, considering the second you are literally shot out of your ex-employer's building, and I mean that literally shot, you face plant into the ground, and when you get up, that crater is still in the ground.
Interesting. This might
Yeah.
be a game like I would actually check out.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very chill game that does make you chuckle every once in a while. Should also mention the tutorial guide, at the start of the game, somebody walks you through like the basics. The guy named Chester, and he's a chest. A wooden chest. Uh he's kind of sentient to the point that he's been in other games, specifically RPG games. He mentions this in the game, like, hey, I was in other games, RPG games. I still have some of the loot from there because no one found it. And he basically he gives you the basics, says really loves wood. He stresses that. And then he also talks about how the last person who worked with him as a lumberjack mysteriously disappeared in the middle of the night. And in the morning, all he found left was feathers. Duck feathers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew.
So those ducks, better watch out for them. I will say in the hour I played, I never saw a duck. No Donald, no Daffy, no duck.
No Donald. No.
Yeah, no ducks. But yeah, it's very good. There's a lot of good jokes in this, like very subtle, just little jokes. It's great. I love that. Love when games do that. Not every game needs to be super serious.
True.
You can also build your own HQ/house. I don't know how creative you can be with it, but I know I got to the point where I was about to start building. I can say that because I did have to grind for a little bit to not really grind, but I had to grind a little bit to get the money to buy the land for the house.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. It's so much fun. If you want to check it out, please check out the demo. The demo is very extensive. It really gives you a lot of freedom to like really explore the game. So yeah, I recommend this game. I will buy it next time it's on sale, but you could definitely buy it now, and I think you would get your money's worth for with $13 at full price. So yeah, Chop Chop Inc. Definitely recommend. Please get it because it looks so good. And I don't think enough people are talking about it. But that is everything I have, Kieran. That's all the games I got.
Nice. Yeah,
Did you? Hmm? Okay,
I didn't get any games this week.
but no progress on like Tears of Metal or Zelda.
Nope. And nope.
For shame, Kieran. For
I
shame.
know.
I
I've been lacking on the gaming.
know. We still got to go back to the egg game and try it again.
We're at over 150 eggs.
Hey, we got to get to 1,000 for achievements, so don't
Oh
even
my
worry about it.
God.
Hey, just want to one reminder that achievement it calls you the best parent or something along those lines. So, I mean, if you want to be a good parent, just crack 1,000 eggs. Heard it here first. But
Oh
I
God.
believe we're good to go, buddy. If you are as well, think that as well.
I think so. I think we're good.
All right. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of Level Up Laughs. Next week, we'll go over some more popular anime and cover the latest gaming news. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And thanks for pretending we know what we're talking about. I'm Jack, and he's Kieran. We'll catch you in the next one.